morning and welcome to the Geneva News. We're on location at the Frankenstein Manor. I'm Seymour and this is Paige.
Tonight, we will show you how a man by the name of Clerval was murdered while accompanied by Victor Frankenstein. Elizabeth Frankenstein, Victor's new wife, was murdered on the night of their honeymoon. This crazy man is believed to have tried to reanimate a dead body, and later we have Bernie Walters on the topic of the physics of the reanimation of a dead body.
Now, let's check in with Lana, who is actually outside on the grounds.
Look at this place. It could be infested with monsters. I just want to go home. I don't know why I was assigned to this job. Why am I wearing this suit? I wish I was wearing a parka. Oh. Hello? Is anybody here? If you're here, please don't hide. I get scared really easily. Hello?
Thank you. So, Victor and his supposed-to-be friend, Henry Clerval, went out studying in Scotland. They got tired and were prepared to venture further when Henry was murdered, black handprints around his neck. They found Victor coming ashore off the Atlantic Ocean shortly after. He was put in prison. Actually, Victor was proven innocent based on circumstantial evidence. But who else could have done it?
Dark and creepy over here.
Also, Victor and Elizabeth Frankenstein grew up together. They were always destined to be married. Throughout the years, they fell in love. Just a little while ago did they get married. The perfect story. Finally, newlyweds, they went on their honeymoon. However, that night, Elizabeth was murdered. Their body was found choked. Could it have been Victor? The nearby people said they were the only ones they knew of that were staying there.
Strange. We talked to Frankenstein's father, Alphonse Frankenstein, before he died from shock and grief of all the misfortunes. He told us that Victor was always interested in strange science. At one point, he took a long trip, and while on it, became very ill. When he came back home, that very night, his brother was murdered. All night, he looked anxious and distressed and bothered. His head seemed to be occupied for a long time. Victor might have been interested in the reanimation of dead bodies. He might have even tried to complete this impossible task. Police have spotted movement in the Alps. They see a big, dark, strange creature large in size. Of course, it's just a lunatic idea, right?
And here's Bernie Walters to give us the physics of reanimation. Bernie?
Hello, Seymour. Nice to see you again. The reanimation of a dead body. Well, I don't know. If somehow you could line up all the veins, at the right place, and get all the intestines back in skin, and get some kind of life force into it, yes, that would be reanimating it. But unfortunately, that's obviously impossible. If we send electrical jolts through smaller animals, and they move, is that really life? Deceased body parts are forever deceased. Unless you got all the parts when they were nearly dead. Freshly dead, I mean. Then you would just need to wait for the people to bury the coffin, then you can take it. Of course, you would have to make the proportions big so that it is easier, so you can piece it all together. You could even choose favorably good-looking parts, which wouldn't be a monster, but a scientific discovery. It would be amazing and great and, oh my God, yes, it's possible! I believe it is possible!
Bernie, are you okay? Go to commercial break! Go to commercial break!
Oh, yes, I believe.
Bernie, stop! Go to commercial break!